Good morning, everybody. How we doing? The other day, if you remember right, we were talking about the extension cords that my dad cut. So we didn't get time to fix these right. Well, we didn't get time to fix them at all. After, if you remember right, my brother was over. We had to work on his mower, and by the time I got my mower serviced, we just ran out of time. So today, we're going to fix these extension cords. So what I have is the heat shrink butt connectors, and then I'll also slide this over, and after everything's done, and heat shrink and waterproof everything. So these will make it, you could leave those if you wanted to, but this will make it just a little bit better. And then I'll be heating it up with just a small little air gun, or I'm sorry, heat gun, not air gun. Let me grab a pair of wire cutters and cut that the rest of the way. Since this is cut at an angle, I'm going to go ahead and cut it here. Maybe. If my wire cutters were a little better. And then also cut off this side here. Let's cut at an angle. And then we'll strip back the outer coating. Grab a knife, take and strip this back just a little bit. Do the same thing on each end. Probably not quite far enough. Give yourself plenty of room. When you're cutting that off, just make sure and don't cut your other coating on your wires. I know they make tools for stripping that off, I just don't have one. So when you don't have, you make do with what you have. Then just take and strip back a little bit of that coating. I just take and roll it in my finger a little bit like that, bend it each way, stick my nail in between there and pull it off. I got wire strippers in the box there, but I'm just choosing to do it this way. Grab the other one and do the same thing. That one's ready to go. Give that just a little bit of a twist here. Twist those together like that. Cut this back the same distance. I usually do about 3/8 of an inch when using these. When you're doing just a crimp butt connector, you don't quite use that much because you don't have that much room. One thing you do not want to forget to do is slide this over. So we're going to go ahead and use this full length here and put this through, because once you would crimp those together, you wouldn't be able to slide that back on there. So put that on that end, and we're going to start crimping these together. Or not crimping these together, soldering these together. So we'll start right here at the green one. Put that on there. And then just slide your connector over to where it's about halfway. about like so. Bend these two back and get them out of your way. Turn on my and just start heating up everything pretty evenly. And as that heats up, it will heat shrink your connection plus melt that little bit of solder in there, and you'll have a nice heat shrinked soldered joint without having to do 2 steps. Basically, this is just taking out one of the steps for you. Let that cool. And then we'll move on to the next wire. Make sure these are twisted good and tight. You want to keep your other wire out of the way, because if that heats back up, that will melt that solder. And cause that to come or make that solder soft again, and it may come apart. So just keep your pieces out of the way. And you'll be all good. They do have these in other connectors also, like eyelets and spades and barrel connectors and everything else. And there's number 2 connection done. Let that cool off just a little bit. Get some more back on this back side here. A heat gun, typically a flameless, probably would work a little bit better, but I don't have one. So you make do with what you have. Alright, move on to the last connection here. These blues are almost too small. I probably could have went with the red connector, but I'm sorry, a yellow connector, which would be the next biggest size. Let that cool off. Just a little bit. Kind of straighten things out a little bit, and then take this one. Ouch. Let that cool off a lot of bit. Drinking coffee. That's pretty good right there. Not too bad, not too bad. Take and slide this over everything. Get it, everything about halfway in the center. So you have about the same amount on each side, just like that. And then just hold it vertically, is what I like to do. And start heating that up. And then right there you go. Extension cord's all fixed. Let's go over here. There you go. That is a soldered joint, all fixed, all taken care of. If you wanted to, you could wrap some electrical tape around that also. I don't think it's necessary. I really didn't think it was going to take that long. That just took me 17 minutes to do that. But with the magic of editing, I'll probably edit a lot of that out and make it a little bit faster. So, the other thing I wanted to do is I got my mower in here and I need to get my blades off and sharpened. So I gotta move this table out of the way so I can get my jungle jack over there and get that mower lifted up. Remember the other day I was having a little bit of problems getting that thing lifted up, so get you situated and you can see what I'm doing. It's gonna get noisy, man. I'm gonna open up the garage door and I'm gonna go over here and grab that's my blade sharpener. I don't have it mounted on a bench. I just take everything and set it right outside. That way all the crap doesn't get all over me. Okay, this set of blades has not been sharpened yet. So what I like to do is safety first, glasses, gloves. This sharpener will turn this way or turn this way, however you turn it on, and then this wheel here adjusts the height, or this knob here adjusts the height of your blade to set the height of the wheel, I'll get that straight, to accordance with the angle of your blade. So, and you always want to make sure and spin it away, because if you're going in, it's going to just bind the wheel up. So we'll turn this on, and going the wrong direction already. There we go. Okay then, there's one blade done. We'll get them other 3 done and get them back on the mower. Alright guys, I guess that's a wrap on that project. So, you know, ever since I started doing these videos, I've really enjoyed doing them. On this one here, I have recorded this one on a different camera. It is on my new GoPro 3 Plus. I picked it up the other day. I'm hoping everything works out well. If it doesn't, I'm going to give this one to my son and pick up the GoPro 5 or a different camera. I'm not certain on if the GoPros are actually a good camera to do filming like this on because of different settings on it. I have this one set right now at 4K, and you know, I don't know what is going to be the best. Hear the dog barking in the background back here. He oh, there's one right there. She wants in. I don't know where Dino went. Anyway, getting back to where I was at before I got distracted by the dog there. So, you know, like, subscribe, comment. You know, I will read all my comments and I will answer them. Subscribe to the channel. If you guys are enjoying watching my videos, subscribe. See what's coming next. I do have a lot of plans. Whether I, you know, go forward with all those plans that I plan to do is another thing. But, you know, I've got a lot of different ideas for a lot of different videos. So today was just a, you know, small portion of things that I like to do. From the soldering to, you know, sharpening the blades and changing my blades. You know, sharpening the blades is not necessarily something I like to do. It's something I have to do to keep, you know, a good clean edge and a nice crisp cut lawn. So anyway, I'll quit babbling. We'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.